Guess who's rich and only getting richer? Women. By 2030, it's predicted that the wealth is going to transfer from boomers to women, and there are a lot of really exciting implications of that. In all sorts of different measures, women are really financially blossoming. Like, we're gaining more economic power, we're oftentimes making more than our male partners in heterosexual relationships, and we're creating more businesses. Also, how awesome is this tattoo? It's really interesting to see that women are so financially powerful more than ever before, growing rapidly, and none of that money that women have has a woman's face on it. It is 100% white men. So just a note. But like the article saying, women controlling more cash just might change the world. Here are the Dow Janes featured in the article, and they bring up a really good point, which is financial institutions, money managers, they are just not oriented toward catering to women's specific needs, even speaking to women as equals or speaking to women at all when there's a man in the room. And so there's this big issue of women have this money, but there's a mindset piece where they haven't been taught to be confident with money. And also it's being reinforced by money managers where women don't know who they can trust, and they're oftentimes spoken down to, which I think is just such a clear indication of whether it's subconscious or conscious bias. But there are so many men in the financial industry that are losing so much money because they haven't taught themselves the tools to address their own bias and to treat women as equals. So it's very just strange to me that in an industry where it's all about making money, that people would be losing money just because they have this bias. Like, you literally get paid to work on that bias. What a horrible prize to win. Financial services least sympathetic to women. 86% of asset managers admitted, think of all the ones that didn't admit it, and it's already at 86%, that the person they automatically target is a man, and I would say it is most likely going to be a white man. And this hit hard right here, that a lot of times, even it is the woman with the money, and in the meetings, the person who's giving advice is only looking at the man. So I personally have bought 3 homes in my life, and I bought them with my money that I earned. So this has not been with the money earned by the male partner that I was with. It was by me. I was the one who had the 7-figure business. I was the one who created the wealth. And every single home that I have bought, every single car that I have bought, pretty much any large purchase has been so catered toward the male person that was with me, which just doesn't make sense. Like, I was the one with the money. I was the one that should be talked to. I'm the one buying the thing. And so it is just such a strange thing that I know that a lot of us as women have experienced over and over and over, that even if it is your money that you have earned, the person that is selling you something is talking to the man with you. I think it's great that this article is giving advice to money managers and financial institutions, but the fact that we are starting with this super, super basic advice, like, yeah, we need to appeal to more women. Yeah, we need to have more equality. Yeah, we need to embrace women, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because they're literally the ones with more and more and more money. But the advice is, don't assume you know what she wants. Ask her. We are starting with some basics. Now let's get into the mindset piece, because like McKinsey reported, only 1/4 of affluent women feel comfortable making investment and savings decisions alone, when 40% of men do. And there's this big divide because women are just as capable. In fact, you'll see later that sometimes even more capable, oftentimes. But the confidence issue, it's a mindset issue. It's what we've been taught. It's the patterns of thought that make us feel like we need to look to other people and that money is not for us. It's not cool, but it makes sense. Remember that it was 1974 when women were able to have their own credit cards. Like, think about that. Like, you know people, whether it was your mother or your grandmother, that lived in a time where they couldn't have their own credit card. And so there's been this big financial boom where women have a lot more money, but there are just a lot of insecurities around it because we've been oppressed for so long in even having the opportunity to manage our own money. In the coaching that we do, because we're looking at people's subconscious thought patterns and changing those so their actions can change and they can be in that place of confidence, we see some really strong trends. So we see women that, one, don't feel like their money is theirs. Even if they are earning 100% of the income in their households, they feel almost like they're being let work, like, oh, thanks for letting me work. And they don't feel like their money is theirs. Like, it might be coming in because of their efforts, but it goes to someone else, whether it's to their husbands or it's communal. Now, in some ways, this can be a really beautiful mindset because it's community oriented, but it doesn't help with the confidence when you don't even feel like your money is yours to feel empowered to make it grow or to make bold decisions with it. Another piece is that women don't feel like they can talk about money. I mean, being a 7-figure business owner, being a wealthy person, a millionaire myself, I get treated very differently if I were to ever bring that up socially than a man would. And there is, with women and women, with women and men, this feeling of you can't want money, you can't talk about money. So if we feel so stifled in being able to even talk about the desire for, or the fact that we are wealthy, then how are we going to find the best help or to be able to solve issues or even be able to normalize how we're feeling and be transforming it? The fact we don't feel comfortable talking about it is a big deal. We need more women feeling comfortable talking about money and more women in financial industries. I love that female investors achieve better returns than their male counterparts, but there are a lot fewer women in finance. So women, get into finance. And maybe female investors do things like, I don't know, listen to their clients, assume that they don't know better, or they're not assuming what someone else needs or wants. Basic stuff. Also, Halo says hi. So keep this in mind. Just because someone is more confident about how they speak about money does not mean that they are better at investing that money or managing that money or making it grow. Step in with the confidence of a white man when it comes to your money and making it grow, and start having conversations and normalizing talking about money with other women. And let's start making that shift. A systemic change is happening. It must. Because you know what? These financial institutions are going to want to make money, and they're losing out on a lot because of their treatment of women. So we need more women in the industry, and we need more women talking about money and comfortable with money. It's time.